Let's get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another episode of the Foolish Show podcast. I am your host, F to the Ish. Foolish, representing reality music entertainment. Special shout out to Thrive Times USA for the feature in the magazine cover. I appreciate y'all working on some big things, man. Y'all just keep following the movement. Support the movement, man. It's all positivity. It's all about going to get it, man, and making a way. Living out your dream. Reaching for the stars. Live life to the fullest, man, and enjoy it. Don't never let nobody steal your joy or tell you what you can't do. But we have another dope podcast tonight. Hope y'all locked and loaded, tuned in. Give y'all a little time to check in. The live chat is always open. Tonight's podcast, we're going to talk about emotional roller coaster. When you're dealing with life, that's what life is. An emotional roller coaster. You're going to give you highs and the lows. You're going to be high sometimes you're going to be low. So we're going to talk about how much life is an emotional roller coaster. Because you go through different phases, different changes in your life. You have good times and you have bad. But we live streaming tonight on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. This is the Foolish Show podcast, man. This is where you come and get some soul food. Because we talk about real life stuff that touch your mind, body, and soul. You know we only live once. So we got to watch what we do, watch what we say while we here, and live our life the best we can. So we're going to talk about life. It's an emotional roller coaster. And we all on the ride. We don't know when the ride's going to end. That's why it's important to enjoy it. You don't know what's next. And each day you never know what life will throw your way. Life will throw so many things at us. And sometimes we don't have all the answers. Or it might hit us where it hurts the most. In the heart. Life has ups and downs. It's not going to always be good. You're going to deal with a lot of pain. And depend on how your childhood is. Starts when you're a kid. All the stuff that you see and get exposed to at an early age. Some people experience pain earlier than others. But at the end of the day, we all go through it. We all have pain. We all have ups and downs. Every day ain't going to be your best day. But live your life to the fullest. Because life is an emotional roller coaster. So if you ever been on a roller coaster, you know roller coaster go up and down. That's life. Some things you can control. Some things you can't. We can't control how long we're going to be here. We can't control when everybody gets sick. Certain things you have no control over. But the things that we do have control over, we need to have control. Try to take control of your life. You only live once. You don't want to live for everybody else. You got to live for yourself. Live for your own truth. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. How your life going? Somebody got jokes. Somebody, where's Waldo? Y'all cracking jokes tonight. But I switched it up tonight. It's all good. It's all love. But let's get back to the subject. Life is an emotional roller coaster. You have ups and downs. Some days going to be better than the next. Look, somebody got my back. Says, not where's Waldo. Leave his shirt alone. Y'all let me rock my striped sweater now. Tighten up. Let me be great. Y'all know it's all love, man. As long as we're having fun, it's all good. I ain't that sensitive. And you can't get under my skin if you try. But let's get back to it. Life is an emotional roller coaster. We're gonna have ups and downs. Some parts of your life, it ain't gonna go good. It ain't gonna work how you planned it. Certain point in your life, you might say, I want to be 21, I want to be married, I want to have a house. 21 might become, you might not have none of them. That don't mean you're a failure. That just means it ain't go as planned. It's gonna happen on another time. Cats and fools. Cats and fools says that's good. But everything don't always go as we plan. A lot of times we plan a lot of stuff, but it don't happen. You plan on being a millionaire at a certain age. You plan on retiring. You plan on having kids. Sometimes they come before you plan it or after. So life don't always go as planned. You don't get everything you want in life. Sometimes you're going to find things that you can't get. And some things ain't meant for you. Everything ain't meant for everybody. Y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you? So life is an emotional roller coaster. Enjoy the ride while you own it. Don't take life for granted. Appreciate the bad days and the good days. The good days feel way better. When things going good, you got money in your pocket, roof over your head, you know the bills paid. You wake up in good spirit. When things not so good, you be grouchy, you be grumpy. A lot of times you don't want to be bothered. Think about it. When your life going good and you're in good spirits, it shows. You ever heard the old school people say it's written all over your face? Some people you can look at them and say, oh, she mean, or he mean, or he seem shy, or he seem cool. Sometimes it'll be written all over your face. But life is an emotional roller coaster. Just make sure you have on your seatbelt, because it's going to take you some places. And it might take you some places you don't want to go. So you better hold on tight. Life ain't going to always go our way. You might not get everything you want in life, but they say life is fair. That's what they say. Don't shoot the messenger. They say life is fair. But I can tell you one thing, life is hard. Because it ain't easy when you're growing up in the world. But at the end of the day, do you feel like they really care about you? As an adult, do you think everybody around you care about you? Do you think everybody got genuine love for you? Think about it. As you're a kid, you feel more love. Cats and food says that's the point of living. You live and you learn. Absolutely. But a lot of people live and still don't learn. Your age don't make you smart. There's a lot of old fools too. They know right from wrong, but they still choose wrong. It's all about making good decisions. Because all it takes is one big mistake, and you can mess up and ruin your whole life. Cats and Fools says, and keep moving forward. Don't live in regret. Sonia Simmons says, of course not. But y'all keep them comments rolling in. Life is an emotional roller coaster. Different phases of your life going to take you different places. You're going to experience different pain. Sometimes you're going to go through things and it's gonna make you happy. You're gonna feel like you're on top of the world. You're gonna feel like everything is at the tip of your fingers. You feel like life can do you no wrong. You're feeling good at home. You feel like you found your soulmate, and you might got you a good career job going. And then life throws you a monkey wrench. All of a sudden, you broke up with that person. All of a sudden, you're not working in that same job no more. All of a sudden, you got to downgrade and get a smaller place. See, just like that, just that quick, life can change and flip on you. When you think everything going good and you cruising and you got it in cruise control, there's a bump in the road. And we all experience it. Ain't nobody exempt. As long as you living, you're going to experience problems. Don't let nobody fool you and like they got no problem. I don't care how much money you got problems. You can't pay your way out of everything. There's a lot of millionaires in jail. And there's also a lot of millionaires and billionaires in the cemetery. You can't pay your way out of everything. Money can get you out of some things. Don't get it wrong on earth. But not everything. But we have to understand that living life and living life to the fullest is important because you don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know when God's going to press that button and make the roller coaster stop. So don't take it for granted. Don't think that nothing is guaranteed. You know, we always say, man, I'm going to do this. Man, next year, I'm gonna take a trip to Jamaica. What if you ain't alive next year? What if you're not breathing anymore? God forbid. So don't take life for granted and think that you can always get back to something or I can always do it. But who's to say that is so? Sonia Simmons says facts. But y'all keep them comments rolling in. We live streaming right now on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. This is the Foolish Show podcast. Tonight we're talking about emotional roller coaster. We all riding on it. If you living, you're experiencing it right now. Because you might not feel how you felt yesterday, how you feel today. You might not feel how you feel 5 years ago today. So life takes you different places because you have different phases of your life. You go through the kid stage, teenager, adolescence, adults. So everything takes you to different phases in your life. In different phases, you're going to experience different things. Cats and Food says, well, that's when I hope kicks in. Any day we go, never give up and give up hope and always plan ahead, but also enjoy the moment. I agree. Enjoy the moment and always have hope. And another way of saying hope, you got to have faith. Always have faith that everything gonna be all right. Even when you go through the rough patch, even when things in your life start to not go good, everything falling apart, you feel like you can't catch a break. You feel like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. You feel like you're carrying everything by yourself. Them are the times when you hold on to your hope and your faith. When life keeps throwing daggers at you. When people keep trying to knock you down. When people around you want to see you down. That's when you hold on to your hope and your faith. Sonia Simmons says, live every day as it's your last. One day it's going to be true. I agree, Sonia. Cat and Fool says, yes, faith and hope in good hand in hand. Absolutely. I love the chat tonight, man. Y'all full of positivity. I love that positive energy. See, negativity It puts a bad vibe in the air. You ever been around negative people? Go try to party with negative people and see how much fun you gonna have. You're gonna have no fun because they're gonna criticize everything. The music ain't that good. The food don't taste all that. They're gonna find something wrong with everything. I don't like the decorations. I don't like how they blew up the balloons. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Negative people will find something negative in everything. Nothing ain't good enough for them. It just ain't good enough. No matter what it is, they're gonna point out the negative. Sonya says it drains you. But just remember, life will take you on an emotional roller coaster. You will have ups and downs. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Everything ain't always go good. You're going to go through phases in your life where you're going to suffer, when you're going to cry, when you're going to feel like nobody ain't got your back. You're going to feel like nobody don't care about you. Them are the days that's going to make you as a person. Them are the days that will build you up to be who you are. You got to thank God for the bad days and the good days. You can't have a blessing before the pain. The pain always comes before the blessing. Because at the end of the day, when your blessing comes, God wants you to appreciate it. You got to appreciate it when good things come your way. You don't want to be taking it for granted. A lot of times, we take simple things for granted. We talking and breathing right now. We taking that for granted. We don't wake up thinking, or we don't walk around thinking every second, oh man, I might stop breathing. We just thinking it's automatic until something happens. So you got to remain humble while living life, but still live your life. Try to make good decisions, good choices. Hang around good people. They always say birds of a feather flock together. You are the company that you keep. Even if you're not like them people, if you hang around them people, they're going to say, well, you know, such and such is just like them. She hang with them, so she shady just like them. She always in a group chat with them. So you hang around with shady people, everybody gonna think you shady. You can scream in the air, hey, I ain't like that, I ain't different. I'm not. They're gonna throw you in the same pot. So you gotta be careful who you're hanging out with. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Make sure you don't take life for granted. Understand that nothing ain't promised or guaranteed to nobody. But you ain't gonna be here one day. That's the only thing I can guarantee. That we all gonna leave this world. That's a given. Just make sure you live your life and you ain't enjoying it. Here's everybody with a Wells Waldo. Let me put it up. I'm gonna put it up for y'all. Y'all call it Wells Waldo. I call it candy cane. Chocolate candy cane tonight. Let me take me a sip and we're gonna get back to it. But I'm all for good fun, man. As long as y'all keep it, you don't cross the line. As long as we don't get disrespectful, we can have fun. But enjoying your life, living life to the fullest. Don't be afraid to take chances. If you go talk to the most successful people in life, they took chances. They betted on themselves. It was so many people that probably telling you wasting your time. Don't do that. Why would you open that restaurant? Why would you do that? That ain't gonna work. So you got to take chances in life. You can't be afraid to fail. Everybody has failed at something. We don't master everything. It ain't about falling. It's about getting back up. If you stay down, that's one thing. If you stay down, you're laying down. You're giving up. But if you fall down and get back up, after a while, people are going to forget about when you fell down. If you get up and you start climbing even faster, they're going to forget about it. You were down there on the ground because you're not giving up. Your spirits are still hot. You're still pushing. Still fighting. That's what it's all about. Veronica Thompson says, all we can do is take chances. We have to live and not just exist. I like that, Veronica. Because every day we're taking chances. When you leave your house, you're taking a chance. I don't care if you're driving in the Uber, you're driving yourself, on a bus, electric scooter, a skateboard. You're taking a chance. Because who's to say that you're going to return home? God forbid something crazy happen or freak accident. Everybody that leave the house don't always come home. Remember that. So don't take life for granted. But enjoy it. Because it's a ride. It's a roller coaster. That's how your emotions are. Sometimes life have you up here where you feel like, wow, I love my life. I love to be alive. I love everything around me. I love my situation. Then it be times where you don't want to be bothered. You can't put a smile on your face. Everything getting under your skin. You feel like everything going wrong in your life. You can't catch a break. You feel like people keep trying you and rubbing you the wrong way. That's why life is an emotional roller coaster, because you're going through different phases. It ain't going to be all this. Sometimes you're going to go down. And some people fall all the way down. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So life is what you make it. You want a good life, then you got to make it. Make it happen. So like Veronica was saying, not by just existing, but living, making things happen, making moves, enjoying your family. Don't be here just to be here. Don't just be here just sucking up air until it's time for you to go. Don't be a waste of space. Get out there and live your life. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. It's all about making yourself happy. A lot of times we look for other people to make us happy. And you're going to be waiting a long time. A lot of times people don't care if you're happy or not. You could be dating somebody for years and you thought they was there, excuse me, to make you happy. And you found out they was a fraud. You found out they don't even really care about you. You done found out about some fake friends from a long time ago. They've been kiki-keying with you. They come to all your family functions, drink up all your liquor, eat up all your food, and they don't even like you. You done found out they try to sleep with your man or your baby dad. They don't try to love on your wife or your baby mom. A lot of times it be the ones that you least expect. So life's gonna throw you so many different scenarios and different situations where it's up to you to find out what you made of. You got to learn to have thick skin. If you let words get to you where it kills your happiness, you're too shallow. You got to become harder. Because life is hard. It's not meant to be easy. Why you think they tell you only the strong survive? They don't say only the weak survive. They say only the strong. So you got to be strong. You got to be built for it. Whatever life throws you. So when the bad times come, when the storm comes, you can bear yourself. Not saying you're not going to get knocked down. You might get knocked down. But pick yourself back up. Always know that once the clouds move, it can always be a brighter day. Just because your life was bad last year, 2 years ago, 2 days ago, who's to say what it's going to be in the next 2 weeks? Who's to say what it's going to happen tomorrow? That's why it's always good to keep your head high and keep pushing forward. Keep the train moving. Don't slam on brakes. Keep that train moving. Because you never know what blessings is in store that's waiting for you. You could have a big blessing just sitting there waiting on you. The love of your life could be about to walk through that door. Your future husband, your future wife, a best friend that you never thought that you was going to meet. So even though you might face hard times, sometimes you might sit in that room and cry. Sometimes you might pick up your Bible and read with tears in your eyes. A lot of people may not even see that side of you. Because nobody knows what everybody got going on behind closed doors. That's your business. That's your life. That's why live your life. Don't live it for others. Because when you get in that room, it get dark, it's just you. Them people is over there living their life. You got to live yours. Enjoy yours. Life is an emotional roller coaster. That is the subject tonight. And we all a part of it. If you're watching this podcast right now, we all on the ride together. Everybody got a seat. Because life's going to take you places. It's going to take you places you may not even want to go. But that's where your faith comes in. Don't ever let other people steal your joy and your happiness. People are trying to steal your joy because they don't want you to be happy. Because their life ain't happy. They feel like they got nothing to smile about. They feel like they ain't got nothing going. So they get a pleasure out of killing everybody else's joy. Don't give them that pleasure. Live your life for yourself. Make your own decisions. Don't be a follower. Lead your own path. Ride your own way. Forget what everybody else doing. Worry about what you're doing in your house. Don't worry about how they raising their kids. Raise your kids how you want to raise. Don't worry about what they eating in their house. Worry about what you eating and what's in your refrigerator. Don't worry about if somebody grass cut or their yard dirty. Worry about your yard. See, it's called stay in your lane. Do y'all know why accidents always happen? I'm not talking about just driving no car. I'm just saying in life. You know why accidents always happen? Because people don't stay in their lane. They're always in somebody else's business, always in somebody else's relationship, always in somebody else's bank account, always counting somebody else's pocket, always talking about somebody else's problems. They ain't gonna tell you about their own problems. They'll talk about everybody else's. They'll let you know how everybody else is struggling. They'll tell you what everybody else ain't doing. But they ain't gonna tell you their business. They want that to be private. You gotta watch out for people like that. Because they don't have good intentions. And if they sit around and they talking to you about somebody, I bet you a fat man and a poor monkey, they talking about you to them other people when you ain't around. Saying all the negative stuff about you and what they don't like about you. It go both ways. Be careful if somebody come bring you a bone. That same bone you might choke off. But life is an emotional roller coaster. We all a part of it. We all riding in it. You're going to have some lows. It's going to take a dip. It's going to take a dip. It ain't if, it's when. Because something's going to happen. Sherelle Thornton checking in. Erica Bellamy, I see you. See y'all checking in on Facebook. But life is an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes the roller coaster is going to go down where you're going to feel like you so down that you can't get back up. Feel like when you're down, that's when they start kicking you. When you're down, that's when they start spitting on you and throwing dirt on your name. That's when people are the easiest to target when they're down. It's easy to pile on and throw sticks on the fire. It takes a bigger person to lift you up, to lift somebody up, to lift the helping hand and say, get up, it's going to be all right. It takes a good person. So at the end of the day, ask yourself, what are you made of? What kind of person are you? Are you a good person? Do you have a good heart with good intentions? Or you out here just stirring up stuff? Or you out here just causing confusion? You out here just trying to be a burden to somebody? You can either have a positive or a negative impact on the people around you, your family and your friends. Because remember, what you do, it reflects on everybody around you. If I do something crazy, everybody gonna be talking about my mama. Mama, your son is so crazy. If you got kids, they're gonna tell your kids, your mama ain't got them all. Everything you do not only reflects back to you, but it's a reflection on everything around you. Your family and your friends. Because y'all in association together. Rabbit says, amen. So you got to watch how you move. We know you grown. Because people quick say, I'm grown. I do what I want to do. We know you grown. But that don't mean you live reckless. That don't mean you make bad decisions. Rabbit says, greetings from Watts, California. I appreciate you checking in, Rabbit. Appreciate everybody that support the movement, man. This is a reality, real talk podcast. We don't come on here just gossiping and talking about celebrities. What's in the gossip today? Who don't like who? Who done made a new diss song? We ain't got time for that. We're here to talk about real life stuff. Because we all on the clock, folks. Time is ticking. We all are on the clock. And we don't know how long we got left. Which means you don't know how long you got on this earth. Ain't nothing guaranteed to me, you, or nobody else. So we ain't got time to play. Don't take life for a joke. You'll mess around and lose it. You take life for a joke and you're going to lose it. And then when you lose it, that's when the real judgment happens. So right now, all we can do is live for today. We all in the seat on that roller coaster. Life is going to take you on that emotional roller coaster where you're going to have up days and you're going to have downs. Ups, downs, ups, downs. As they say on the song, take you through that. Life going to take you through that. I'm trying to tell you. And if you live it, you already know what I'm talking about. Because you probably experienced and seen a lot of things in your life, no matter what your age is. And you might have seen a lot of bad stuff. You might have seen some stuff that still terrorize you to this day. Traumatize you. You can't get it out your mind. You might have seen it as a child and still remember it right now as an adult. Rabbit says young people need to listen to your message. I feel you, Rabbit. I try to reach you. I try to do my part. But we can't make nobody do nothing. All we can do is speak the truth. And I'm here just to talk about real life stuff. I'm not here to judge nobody because I ain't perfect. Of course I sin and don't always do right. But that ain't the point right now. The point is we all in this together because we all living in an emotional roller coaster. Well, life is going to take you to so many phases, so many different times of your life. And some things will never leave you. Some things happen when you was a teenager that will never leave you. There's certain things that don't happen when you was adults that's still on your mind to this day. You might have had people that don't cross you, stole from you, stabbed you in the back, did something to your family, and you might have welcomed them in with open arms. That's the story of life. Remember what Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's true. Every day you wake up and you get up and you stretch with that coal in your eye and you alive, you don't know what you're going to get today. Because you don't know what life going to throw you today. You might go outside and got 2 flat tires. You might get to work and half the people don't call out. Now they're going to work you to death. You might get a sad phone call or something might have happened to somebody. So that is true. Life is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what to expect. Because each day is different. No day is the same. Yesterday ain't like today. And tomorrow ain't going to be like last week. So every day is different. But remember, when you're riding this emotional roller coaster, you got to keep your composure. You know you want to jump off when it starts going like this. But you got to hold on and keep your composure. You got to hold on and have hope. That's what faith kicks in there. Because if you got faith in God, then nothing. They always told me that it ain't going to last forever. The bad stuff, some way, somehow, it'll go away. It might last for a little while. It's just like a broken heart. How many out there don't have their heart broken? You might feel like, oh man, I can't believe it. Then you might cry. Some of y'all might cry. Some of y'all might be steaming mad. Because you thought that was the love of your life. You thought that you found that one that you were going to be with forever. And something happened where y'all end up splitting up. So a lot of times life don't go as we plan. Everything don't always work out how we want it to. But that don't mean you give up. That don't mean you stop living. You learn from different lessons. And you learn from your mistakes. So if I made a mistake and I dated a certain woman and she didn't work out, why would I go after another woman that's exactly like her? You have to learn from your mistakes. Only a fool, a moron, an idiot will continue to repeatedly make the same mistakes over and over again. It got to come a point in time where you got to wake up. You can't keep hitting your head on that same wall and saying, well, why the wall ain't move? Why the wall ain't why the wall ain't get out my way? Sonia says, keep it moving. It's called growth. P804 says, people with Down syndrome really can do anything. Timo 50 Tyson. Do you trade stocks or crypto? Nah, I don't know nothing about crypto or none of that stuff there, folks. I ain't the one to have that discussion with. You got to find another podcaster. But I want to learn about it. Sooner or later, I will. But let's get back to the topic. If you're watching, understand that you're on a roller coaster. You're on an emotional roller coaster. Your emotions are going to go wild while living life. Because some days you're going to feel so good, you're going to be feeling yourself. Some days you ain't going to want to get out of bed. Some days you don't want to be bothered. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't even want to interact with nobody. You just don't want to be about it. Sometimes you just don't be in the mood. Phone keep ringing and you put it on airplane mode. Kids keep calling your name, you screaming at them. You keep taking shots of liquor. Life gonna take you through that. You're gonna experience all type of things. You're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. Some of them bad days gonna be bad. It's gonna be days when you wish you could hit the restart button and start that day all over again. It's gonna be days when you wish you're gonna want to just get back in bed and start all over again. Because today just ain't my day. Everybody don't have days like that. You might have had one today. But ain't that wrong with it because you're human. You're going to go through different emotions. You're going to feel different phases. Everything ain't always going to be the same. You ain't going to be happy-go-lucky all the time. You're not going to walk around with a Kool-Aid smile all day, every day. That's not realistic. Because some days we don't want to be bothered. Some days you just want to be left alone. But enjoy life. Why you living? Why you able? Why you can? Why your lungs are still working? Why your heart is still beating? Why you still able to get up and open your eyes? Enjoy your life. Live your life. Don't be afraid to live your life with no regrets. But if you live your life reckless, you will have a lot of regrets because you're going to regret that you did a lot of things that you did. That's why it's important to think before we move. Think before you do certain things. A lot of times we do things out of emotions and we don't be thinking. And it might end up costing your freedom or your life. Because you did things without thinking. Just because you was mad, just because you was in your feelings just at that time. When all you had to do is just let it go and walk away. A lot of bad things come when we're in the heat of the moment. Because we don't think straight when we're mad. When we're mad, you in crash out mode. You're just thinking about smash. You feel like you done been done wrong with somebody done pissed you off. We don't take the time to think until you make a bad decision, a bad choice, a bad action that can come back to haunt you for the rest of your life. Let's just say you get mad and you mess around and kill somebody. You can never take that back. You can't bring that person back on earth. You can say, I'm sorry, a million trillion times. That's not going to bring that person's life back. Then when you die, you're going to have to justify what you did. How do you explain that to God? What is going to be your testimony? Oh, God, I just want to say I was upset, Lord, and, and he pissed me off, so, God, I had to kill him. Don't that sound crazy? So if it sounds crazy to us, how do you think it's going to sound to God? So we can't be crashing out and losing our mind over things that ain't even working. Some things we can just let it go and walk away. A lot of times we just like to be petty. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We all got that petty gene in us. Especially when somebody done pissed you off, got you mad. They done got under your skin, and you be wanting your get back. So we all got that pettiness in us. It's just about somebody bringing it out. Getting you so mad, well, it comes out. You can't hold it in. You erupt like a volcano. You explode. But they're the most dangerous people because you never know what they're capable of when they get mad. So when you find people like that, y'all don't keep poking the bell. Because they ain't going to end well. When people be about to snap and you pushing them and you keep poking them, nothing good ain't going to happen when you let that dog out the cage. As the old folks used to say, leave well enough alone. Let that be what it is. Don't bark up that tree. People like that, leave them alone. Especially nowadays. Nowadays, people will kill you for nothing. They will kill you over a pocket spot. They will kill you for stepping on their shoe. Now make that make sense. So a lot of people live life on the edge. They're already mad, in a bad mood. They feel like their life ain't going good. They don't feel like they ain't got no money in their pocket. They can't eat how they want to eat. They feel like they ain't living how they want to live. And some people just take it out on the world. Like the world did something to them. But we got to remember, life is what you make it. Life is what you make it. You want a good life, you got to make it. It ain't going to just fall out the sky. Everybody if they knock on your door and say, hey, how you doing? I heard you got some bills. I want to pay them. I'm here to pay your bill. I heard you got kids. I'm here to feed them. Life don't work like that. You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for that. If you sit around and wait for handouts, you're going to be waiting a long time. Enjoy the ride. Because we all on that emotional roller coaster. Life going to bring you up and it's going to bring you down. And sometimes it might just get stuck in the middle. You ever feel like some days you just feel like you're in the middle? When somebody say, hey, how you doing? You be like, I'm all right. I'm okay. That means you're stuck in the middle. So sometimes you might not be too low. You might not be too high. You might be just in the middle. So whatever life throws at you, you got to be prepared for it. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. You got to be built tough. You can't have thick skin while you living, because people are going to talk about you, whether it's good or bad. People are going to say something about what you got on, the way you talk, your slang, your language, how you dress, whether you're broke or got money or not, what you're driving. They're going to have an opinion on everything. Your hair, your makeup, your toes. People are going to talk about everything. You can't stop them from talking. All you can do is live your life. And if they want to talk about you, then let them talk. But you got to keep living. And don't live for other people's opinion. Because what they eat don't make you go to the bathroom. What they eat, it goes in their stomach. What you eat goes in your stomach. Their problems ain't your problems. Your problems ain't theirs. So whatever life throws your way, we got to be able to endure the hardship. You got to be able to endure the pain, because it's pain before pleasure. You get the pain before the blessing. So you got to go through the struggle, so you appreciate it when the sun come back out. How many times you done been through a storm and you be like, boy, I be glad when that rain over. I'm so tired of all this thunder and lightning. I can't go nowhere. How many of y'all done seen that? You done witnessed it. Then all of a sudden, the rain stopped. All of a sudden, the sky lights up. All of a sudden, everybody outside. Back to normal life. So a lot of times, pain is temporary. If you experience pain, understand that it's temporary. Death is forever, but pain is temporary. If you can be strong enough to endure the pain, then sooner or later that pain will go away. And you'll see that tomorrow might bring about a brighter day, a better day in your life. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you? Life is an emotional roller coaster. There's some days where you're going to be hurt. There's some days where you're going to feel like you want to cry. There's going to be some days where you're going to feel like nobody got your back. Nobody listens to you when you talk. You feel like you're just in this bubble by yourself. But them are the most important times of your life, because you use those times to find yourself. But most important, that's when you find God. Once you find God, he will give you your direction. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you? See, a lot of people try to lead people to the blind. They leading y'all to the fire. I be trying to push you the right way, because I'm trying to go the right way. Because I know sooner or later, everything we do is going to have to be accounted for. Everything we do on this earth, one day, we're going to have to account for. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But mistakes is something that you don't continue to do. You don't continue to repeat to make the same mistakes over and over again. That's not being smart. That's not being wise. You ain't learning nothing if you keep making the same mistake. Don't be afraid to take control of your life. It ain't gonna always be good, but that's okay. You might experience some pain, but that's okay. What don't kill you only gonna make you stronger. If it ain't take you to the grave, then you still here. It made you stronger. That means you got a story to tell. Everybody got a testimony how far God done brought them. You can't tell me God ain't good, because I know millions of people got testimony and tell you how far God done brought them from. So you got to find yourself, live your life, ride on that roller coaster, enjoy the good times, stay firm through the bad times, stay firm when the ride starts shaking, hold on tight, don't lose your grip, don't lose hope on life, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how low you feel. If nobody else ain't there, if nobody else don't love you, if nobody else ain't got your back, God told us that he's always there. He's there in the dark, anytime you need him, 24 hours a day. So even if the world don't love you, God love you. Don't live for the world. The world will have you in big trouble. Let me get in some of these comments. Derek says, hold on. Have you considered donating your body to science so they can study how lips? You got jokes. I see the trolls are heavy, y'all. Would reality be real if it's fake? Then somebody else says, Wheezy. But shout out to the trolls, y'all. Y'all already know everybody have them. You know how people ain't got nothing else to do. They be sitting down, probably in a little square room, stealing somebody's Wi-Fi. Ain't got nothing else going on. I understand. Savage says, LOL, I thought you was one of my homies, Lil Lazy Lock. He went missing 2 years ago in Denver. Nah, bro, I ain't him. But hopefully they found your boy. But enjoy life, y'all. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy it. Because one day it's going to stop. You're not going to be on this roller coaster forever. One day, your life will end. And a new journey will begin. But I appreciate y'all, man. We're going to wind this thing on down. We're going to close this podcast on that. I appreciate all the support, man. I appreciate all the love. I even appreciate all the trolls. Where would life be without haters? You got to be doing something right for them to hate on you. Remember that, y'all. So wave at your haters. If you got some, blow a kiss at it. Because really, they're your biggest fan. Because they wish they could be you. So we're going to stay away from negativity. And we're going to always keep it positive. So live your life, folks. Live life to the fullest with no regrets. Make sure you know that everything ain't going to go your way. A lot of times, you're going to get knocked down. You're going to get disappointed. But that don't mean you give up. And that don't mean you stop pushing. Live your life to the fullest until God calls you home. Try to make good decisions. Always surround yourself with positivity and positive people in your life that want to see you happy. Surround yourself with people that got the same ambition and goals as you and really want to see you happy and successful. But I appreciate y'all, man. Lord's willing, I will be back on the air Wednesday night 8 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all check back in. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. The YouTube channel, Reality Music Entertainment. Make sure y'all grab some of the official Reality Music Entertainment merchandise. If you want the official podcast t-shirt and Reality Music merchandise, go to teespring.com/Reality Inc. Reality ENT. On teespring.com, we got new apparel, t-shirts, you name it, we got it. Hoodies, workout gear for the ladies and the men's, joggers, all type of accessories. Y'all go to teespring.com/Reality Creator Inc. Or just Google it. Reality Music Entertainment merchandise. Go to Google and place your order. Support the movement. Y'all stay positive, man. Y'all stay safe. Live your life to the fullest. Enjoy the ride while you can. One love, everybody. I'm out. Y'all stay safe.